Greetings from just across the New York-New Jersey border in New Jersey at MetLife Stadium here in East Rutherford. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap. It's the Minnesota Vikings and the New York Jets. Mike Tirico and Greg Olsen. It is for real. Season begins here. Off we go from MetLife Stadium. They'll get this up past the 20. That's where they'll set up shop. This drive starts at the 21. It's 1st and 10. He's got room to run right at the start, and he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line. A huge play right off the bat, 32 yards.
Well, it's hard to imagine starting a game much better than that. Great play design. You can tell all week they love that play to start the game, and, man, you can see why.
Here we go. Cougar 19. Let's go.
Right back to him on 1st down. This time the sledding becomes a little more difficult. They're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
What makes great linebackers stand out from the pack is their instincts and their vision. In this case, the linebacker has his keys, brings him right where the ball is going, and he's able to make a play at the point of attack and keep this to a no gain.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10.
Get it. 70 Timberwolves. 18 Rattler.
Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. Left side, he's got Ibuka. And it looks like he's going to come up just short of the 1st down. Out of bounds, a yard shy of what they needed. They'll have to pick it up on 3rd down.
Ready, break. Check. Let's go now.
Trying to pick this one up on the ground. And he will finally be taken down at the Jets' 11-yard line. They get the conversion on 3rd down. It was a gain of 27.
3rd down and short. You decide to hand the ball off. What you're really telling yourself is just pick up enough yards to reset these downs. But in this case, the back had a whole lot more in mind. He saw the crease, and he hit it, and it led to a big gain.
They can still get a 1st down at the 1. 1st and 10, they go from the 11.
Bronco 80. Ready.
Now, faking the give, exiting the pocket right. That's to the end zone, but it is incomplete.
Well, while he didn't connect for the touchdown, what I really liked, Mike, was that he kept his eyes downfield as he left the pocket. Once he saw something that he did like, he ripped it without hesitation. They just got to find a way to get on the same page in these scramble drill moments.
Turn his TV off.
Here we go. Shot. 60 Bison. 70 Timberwolves.
Back to the air again on 2nd and 10. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down.
Cougar 19. Maverick. 60 Maverick. Ready, ready?
Blitz coming. He'll throw it. He's got it at the 3. And he can't get away. They rally to the football defensively. Bring him down for no gain.
And it seems like he just cut that route a little too short. He's got to get more depth on the initial stem, and that way he makes sure when he catches the ball, it's beyond the sticks.
What a call on this opening drive. They're going to go for it on 4th down.
Come on, come on. Set. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Panther 60, Panther 60. Warrior 70.
Now they'll set up to throw. That is caught. Touchdown, Vikings. Now, the extra point. It's up and good. And the Vikings have their first lead of the new year. They're up 7-0 here in the season opener. Nothing is our score as this kick is sent into the air. This will be returned from the 6. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line. Quickly out to Smith. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
So you come back out here after watching the opposing team score first, and what you want to do is you got to establish a little early rhythm and get the drive started. Get a little positive energy into that huddle, and what hopefully starts out good ends with you being able to get some points of your own.
From the 25, here's 2nd and 8.
79, Viking, 18. Go.
Throwing now from the gun. Pass is caught by Gray, right side. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. First catch for him on this new season. And it results in a first down.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get them the ball, pick up the first down.
Okay, ready?
Here's 1st and 10.
Ready? 19, Tiger, 19, Tiger.
And a good job following his blockers. A gain of 7. It'll be 2nd down.
60 Vikings, 60 Vikings.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at their 49-yard line.
19 tight, 19 tight. Come 19, come 19.
He'll drop to throw. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose. And it's going to force 3rd down.
And that's exactly what every defense is trying to do in the passing game. They want to muddy up these windows, Mike, make every throw as contested as possible. No separation, contact right at the catch point, and does a great job forcing the incomplete pass.
3rd and 2. Here we go.
70 Timberwolves.
Back to throw. That's out to the flat, and it's complete. And it looks like he's going to have a first down. Nothing fancy there. Short completion, but it yields a fresh set of downs.
You can see that he was trying to find something downfield, trying to take a shot there on 3rd and short, but really nice job understanding there was nothing downfield, no need to force it. Get the ball underneath, get a fresh set of downs, and start over again.
He'll get this out to the left flat. Oh, nice open field tackle there. He could not get free. They're going to stop him for no gain.
The quick passing game in the NFL, Mike, is so dependent on yards after the catch. You got to generate space with the scheme, and then it's up to the receiver to do the rest. In this case, nice job defensively, because this guy couldn't even get back to the original line of scrimmage.
Cougar 19.
Turn up. Kill, turn up.
That's caught by Smith on the right side. And a good job rallying to the football, holding just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started.
Hurt.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. He's got his man. Complete to Wilson. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10.
That's another
70.
1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Check.
From the shotgun, it's a give up the middle. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. That's 13 more on that play. And quickly, another 1st down.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense.
And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this 1st quarter. So, 1st quarter in the books here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. 7-0 is our score. More from MetLife Stadium after this. Here's 2nd and 2. Now this is going to be a design run. They let him keep it, and it doesn't appear that he got to that 1st down marker. They'll only give him a yard, so it'll set up 3rd down.
And after that short run, puts them a little bit closer to the 1st down marker, and they're going to need to create more running room on the ground if they plan on extending this drive.
They have converted twice on 3rd down on this drive, and they need a yard here with 3rd and 1. Now the Jets going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll talk things over before 3rd down.
Ready, break. Ready. 70 Lions. Let go.
Open man left side. He's got it. And they're going to have enough to convert here. And it sets up 1st and goal.
Really just comes down to everybody understanding the situation. You realize how many yards do I need to get for the 1st down, and just make sure at least one of my receivers is past the sticks. That's where he went with the ball. and they're able to convert.
This opening drive, it has been a work of art. Now, can they put the finishing touches on? It's first and goal. Here's a run. Trying to create some space, but will not find much. He'll get a yard. They'll mark it at the 3. They'll stop it here. We have an injured Viking to tend to. He'll get himself looked at, but this is not how you want to begin a new campaign. Ball at the 3, second down, and goal.
Tag! 70 Timberwolves.
Hall, and he won't quite get in. Down to the 1, setting up third and goal.
A 2-yard pickup brings up third and goal.
They'll let the fullback try to push the puck. And he barrels his way into the end zone. Touchdown, New York.
And what a response by this offense. It's not easy taking the field, Mike, for the first time in the game, and you find yourself already down a score. They watch their opponent kind of march down the field and score in the opening possession, and they're able now to go out and square it on up. Allows you to take a deep breath, maybe get a little confidence for your defense to go out and get a stop, and they come away with this extra point. We got ourselves a tie ball game.
The extra point is up and through. And the Jets come right back to tie it at 7. Each team one possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. This fielded at the 2. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. They'll begin here on the ground. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
On the jump.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up second and long. It's second down and 12.
Cowboy 80.
He'll look to throw. Complete. Former first-round pick Drake London with the catch.
I'm not sure what was the more difficult aspect of the play. Winning his route versus man coverage or catching this pass, because that quarterback, he put a little extra sauce on that one to get it there on time, and he's able to secure a really nice catch.
Backfield empties. 5 receivers in the formation for third down and 5.
19, 18, 5 here. Go.
They'll look to throw. Got a man! It's Ibuka! first down, so they convert on third down with a pickup of 9.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
And a nice tackle in the open field limits the gain to only 1.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
Here now, 2nd and 9 from the 39-yard line.
Get it. Craft all 80. Let go.
On play action, he'll set up to throw. And is open, middle of the field. It is caught. And he's down inside the 40-yard line. 22 yards, the pickup there. First down, Minnesota.
And it's hardly an exaggeration when I say, Mike, that he's probably one of the most difficult individual assignments in the entire league. It's like playing football against that really good kid in your neighborhood. He's just hard to cover, and plays like this, it just shows how special he can be.
Does some good work on the ground here. Going to take it inside the 30 with a run of 8 yards.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
From the 29, here's 2nd and a yard.
Ready.
They'll run for the first time with their fullback. And he'll work forward 4 yards, but that's all he needed. This is going to be a first down.
Well, here's where you really see the value of having a good run. 3rd and short, 4th and short. The ability to just keep it simple, win up front, turn around, hand the ball to your back, and to say, okay, more likely than not, we're going to get a fresh set of downs, maintain possession, and now continue to find opportunities to go generate points.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
2 minutes to play. First half, all tied at 7. We'll come back to MetLife Stadium after this.
Ready.
So they come to the line for first down and 10.
70 Lions. 60 Vikings, 60 Vikings.
And before the snap, we have a whistle, and this could very well be a false start.
Okay, ready? Ready?
Back to the ground after the penalty. He'll get a couple of yards back, but it will be 2nd and long.
Gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 13 at the 31-yard line.
Ready, set. Grab. 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
Now this time they'll look to throw. That one's incomplete. Good coverage there. Made it uncomfortable for the receiver. Couldn't hang with it, and it brings up 3rd down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
Throwing now on 3rd and long. That is hard to the goal line and in. Emeka Egbuka. Touchdown, Minnesota.
You know, Mike, at this level, not all touchdowns are created equal. There's some plays that result in touchdowns, and then there are touchdown strikes. And this one is the latter. I mean, you talk about a confidently thrown ball on the money downfield. It doesn't get a lot better than this, and his receiver is able to take it in for 6.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. The return starts from the 5. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24.
Let's go now. Cowboy 80.
Now a timeout, Jets. It'll be their 2nd. And they'll get a chance to catch their breath over on the sideline.
Go with him. 70 Lions. Let's go.
Drive and start on the ground. And a hard-earned yard as he ran through one would-be tackler. It's 2nd down.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9.
18 Romney.
A quick throw. That's complete on the slant. And he's going to be out of bounds, but up past the 35.
First down.
First catch for him on this new season, and it results in a 1st down.
Hawk 70. Hawk 70. Warrior 70. Let's go.
Pushed out to his left. And that one just kept getting worse and worse until finally they bring him down.
If you're going to take a sack, you just can't add to it by taking such a massive loss on top of it. Understand when the pocket breaks down, move up, cut your losses. Now, not only do you lose that down, but now you face a big uphill battle if you want to extend this drive.
A wide-open receiver downfield. This one is caught.
This is a really nice job of just finding a hole in coverage, Mike. And I used to say, hey, when you're open, stay open. That's the art of route running versus zone coverage. And it's a friendly target for the quarterback in space, and they're able to convert.
Here's 3rd and 2.
60 Maverick. 60 Maverick. Come on. Set. 60 Bison. 60 Bison. Cuddy.
Off play action. He'll set up to throw. Open man, right side. He's got him. And he's going to be taken down at the 30-yard line. Now a signal, timeout called. 9 seconds left to play in this first half.
30-yard line.
The Jets will send out the field goal unit. This will be from 47 yards. That one is good. And the Jets are back within 4 at 14-10. So, still the matter of 6 seconds remaining in this half. And the kick's away. Couldn't take the chance. They're going to return it from the goal line. And he will get cut down short, shy of the 20-yard line.
At their own 19-yard line.
Let's go.
It's Ibuka in motion.
Dragon 60.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's going to look for the home run ball. And he will be out of bounds. No time left on the clock. And that is the final action here in this first half. Pretty interesting first half. We'll see if any strategy changes for the next 30 minutes or more as this second half gets underway. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Here's a run to begin this third quarter. And the strength on display rattling through tacklers for a gain of 8 yards.
Taken down at the 43-yard line. It's a
Booker
gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And that'll give him a first down. Tackle made after the pickup of 3.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. 2nd and short, play action pass, you can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the first down.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw.
You see so many teams wait till 3rd down to execute their screen game, but I like in this case the play caller changes things up. He uses the screen game on 1st down, which will have an effect on this pass rush going forward. How aggressive do they want to get after the quarterback? Because they got that screen play still in the back of their head.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd and 4. The RPO, that one is complete, and that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8.
This is a great example here of just not getting too complicated as an offensive coordinator. Who's one of your best players on the field, and how do you get the ball in his hands?
Let's go.
Up the middle they go. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
So they go with the first down run, hoping to just get them some positive yards and get themselves into a good second down situation, but now they find themselves in second and long. So the more you give defenses the opportunity, Mike, to defend you one-dimensionally. So in this case, we're only playing you in the pass. It stresses your protection, it stresses your play caller, and ultimately, it stresses your quarterback.
36-yard line. That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
They need to get to the 29 here, facing third down.
Go. 19, Charger, 19.
Short pass taken in by the tight end. And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the first down marker.
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the first down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks, and now they got a fourth down decision to make.
A field goal, no gimme from this distance. They'll go on fourth down.
Warrior 70, Hawk 70, Hawk 70 Ranger, 70 Ranger. Cup 19, Cup 19. Street, street. Mustang 19. Ready.
They'll throw out of the gun. That is incomplete. They couldn't get the connection on fourth. Gonna give the ball over on down.
On down.
Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Hey, Trash.
Back to throw here to begin the drive. Left side, he's got a good go. And he is out of bounds at the 45.
It's a gain of 11.
His fifth catch of the afternoon. Good for a first down.
Just a really good play design that time, Mike, from the offensive coordinator. They match up one of the most explosive playmakers in the NFL with a hook curl defender, and he's just not able to match up with one of the best route runners in the league.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Viking, 8.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. Inside the 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Taking care of business on the ground. They run it into the end zone to put 6 on the board.
Mike, some of the hardest elements to coach for a running back is vision and patience. And in this case, you saw both of them on display, and he's able to take the long run all the way to the house for 6.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. From the 6, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
How many hands I gotta take to level my aesthetics? Hurry up and get your muscle up. We up the plyometric. Ran up by the lux when that's up the highest metric. The city just made it sweet. You could diabetic. The mouth can put it.
Here we go. Back.
And good hard running there. He'll push his way forward. Gain of about 5. From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd and 5. And it's caught out wide on the RPO. And they'll pick up the first down, a gain of about 4.
We'll give a little credit here defensively. Even though they allowed the first down, we've seen defenses really struggle bringing this big tight end to the ground, and they didn't allow him to pick up a bunch of yards after contact, but he was able to get just enough to pick up the first down.
Line of scrimmage is the 37-yard line for 1st and 10. They'll turn and hand this one off. touch there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that. From the 38 now, here's 2nd and 9.
Pass the 60. Pass the 60.
Now they'll set up to throw. Taking a shot downfield for Smith. And he's going to be taken down at the 30-yard line. A big play and a much-needed one as well. 33 yards.
Both pre-snap and post-snap, this is about as well done as you can do at the quarterback position. Get in and out of the right call, identifying the holes along the back end, and then the throw. You can't put it in a better spot. I mean, that's just a big-time play.
Going back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. Able to make one man miss, but that's all. They get him. Take him down behind the line.
Hawk 70. Hawk 70.
Catch made right side by Wilson. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
Panther 11. Come on, come on. Set. Hawk 70. Hawk 70. Ready.
Now, faking the give. He's got it at about the 8. And he won't quite make it to the pylon, but he's out of bounds right around the 1-yard line. That's well done as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. Well, a chance to get right back in it here. 1st down and goal.
60 by 60. Ready.
They'll try to run this one in. And he barrels his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Greg, sometimes we say it too often. That was an important drive. That one really felt important for them to edge a little bit closer.
Yeah, now the question is, Mike, yeah, the offense does their job, but can the defense get a stop? They've got to continue to get the ball back to their offense. Let them build on that previous drive because they've still got some work to do.
The offense staying put. They will go for 2. They're going to try to run it in. And he will find the end zone again. So he gets the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. We call it the octopus. And it cuts the deficit down a bit further. He'll stop it here. We have an injured Viking to tend to. He'll get himself looked at, but this is not how you want to begin a new campaign. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. A return now from the 4. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10.
Here we go. Bring it. 18 Cardinal.
I'll give on the ground, and he'll get about 5 past the 30-yard line.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Okay,
From the 31, here's 2nd down and 4.
Let's go now. Count to 60. Count to 60. 60 Eagles. 60 Eagles.
We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here comes 2nd and 4.
Here we go. Set. Cougar 19.
On 2nd down, here's a run to begin the 4th quarter. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
Well, that 2nd down play call is not real fancy, but at this point, Mike, they're in a battle with the clock. How much time can they run off and try to protect this lead? But now it brings up a pretty interesting 3rd down. Can they keep the ball and finish this thing on offense, or are they going to have to punt it away and have their defense finish the game?
Ready, ready.
This crowd into it now as we get to 3rd down.
Get up. Cowboy 80. Ranger, 70 Ranger. Let's go.
He'll try to get this one on the ground. And he is going to have a Vikings 1st down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on that 3rd and 4.
And defensively, these are the opportunities, Mike, at this stage in the game you just can't miss. It's a close game. 4th quarter, you find yourself trailing. You've got to be able to come up in that spot and force a stop. Instead, now the offense can drain even more time off the clock with a fresh set of downs.
So, from the 36, it is 1st and 10. They'll stay on the ground. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it.
We've seen this back have his way with this defense all game long, Mike. He's up over 100 yards for the game, but this time the defense said, we've had enough. They sold out to stop him. They hold him to no gain.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10.
Cougar 19. Steady.
Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. Oh, they got the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by their rookie 1st-round pick.
And these are the types of plays they envisioned when they invested a 1st-round pick on this defensive back just a few months ago. I mean, he's entered the league, Mike, with a reputation for having almost offensive wide receiver type ball skills. And those ball skills were certainly on full display that time.
He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard.
And they've really done a nice job defensively holding them in check. I mean, ideally, you'd want your back to average around 4 yards a pop, but they're falling short of that threshold as of now, and partially it's why they find themselves trailing at this stage in the game.
And they'll hold them to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball, modest gain.
Big play coming up. This is 3rd down.
Bronco 80. Ready, ready.
A quick throw on the RPO is complete. And he'll try to get to the marker, but he's not going to get there. Out of bounds, a couple of yards short. It is 4th down.
It's 4th down.
The timing of these RPO concepts, that's the entire key. Remember, Mike, in the college game, they get a 3-yard window that they're allowed to be downfield, even on a forward pass. That's not the rule in the NFL. These decisions have to be made quickly. If not, even after a good pickup, you could be coming back due to a flag.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. And that's going to be incomplete. They had to take that chance, trailing here in the 4th. They will turn it over on down. Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. A handoff as they try to run it here. And he'll get forward for a couple. It's 2nd down.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment. Keeps this to a modest gain at best.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd and 8.
Here we go, here we go. 60 Bison, 60 Bison. Seven Pirates, 7 Pirates.
That's Ibuka in motion. Play clock down to 0. That's going to be a delay.
Come on, come on. Hey! Gotta be lying. Panther 11, Panther 11. Warrior 70. 19 Lions. 18 Pioneer. Go.
He'll drop to throw. I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a 3rd down.
They nearly connected on the big play downfield, but he's not quite able to hold on to that ball through the contact. You can chalk that one up as a win defensively.
They send the tight end in motion.
Hey, smash Broncos!
Shotgun snap as they'll throw it on 3rd down. Oh, they got the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. That's the safety, Andre Cisco. And he's going to give his guys a short field to work with and a chance to take the lead.
This is just the last thing you can afford to do, especially in this situation, Mike. There's just no need to force the ball. You're playing with a lead. It's late in the game, and I know he's got a lot of confidence in his arm and he thinks he can get away with it, but that decision, it proves to be costly.
Ready? Get it? 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Out of the gun, here's a run up the gut. Strong running there. He brings this down inside the 25. A gain there of 20, and the Jets have a 1st down.
Lightning, 18. Ready?
Quick throw there. That's going to wind up incomplete. Well, the receiver really didn't have much time to get himself open. So the incompletion brings up 2nd down.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
2nd and 10.
Bronco 80. Check. Steady.
Handoff here, up the middle. This defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple.
And after that negative run, I think this changes the play call now on third down. So this offensive line has to be a lot better on first and second down to gain positive yards. Stay on track because you don't want to be in third and pass too often in today's NFL.
That's caught. Left side. It's complete. And he will easily pick up the first down. They've got first and goal coming up.
First and goal at the 8-yard line.
So 2 minutes left to play in the second half. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. Here is first and goal.
Let's go.
They'll drop to throw. Rush comes. They're setting up the screen. Good hustle by the defense. They beat the offensive lineman to the blocks there. No gain on that screen pass.
No gain on the play.
It's a really good job defensively. The key is you don't want your defensive linemen to overcommit to rushing the passer, and you don't want your linebackers and secondary dropping too deep defending the pass. In this case, all three levels played disciplined, good football with good vision. That's why they're able to stop them for no gain.
Ready.
Now here's second and goal.
Ready. Step.
Now this looks like a design run. Hard running close to the goal line, but they're going to mark him just short. Now after the play, it looks like we have an injured Jet on the field. He'll get himself looked at, but this is not how you want to begin a new campaign.
Okay,
For the lead, here is third and goal.
Come on. Hit. 60 Bison. 19 Charger. Let's go.
They'll try to run with Hall. And no signal. Didn't look like he got there. He did not.
No gain on
And now the tension mounts. Fourth and goal.
That's really well done defensively, Mike. The key to these situations is you got to engage with the blocker, bottle it up, but then you have to get off the block, find the ball, bring them down. That's exactly what they do. No gain, fourth down.
Ready.
It's the quarterback with a sneak. And he will drive his way into the end zone. Touchdown, New York.
Well, it turns out it was the fourth time that ended up being the charm, Mike, so they get stopped. 3 rush attempts in a row. So what do? They keep the offense out there and they say, all right, try to stop us a fourth. The defense can't keep him out of the end zone, and that was a big-time job finishing off that drive for the offense.
So now playing with the lead after that fourth quarter touchdown. Time to kick it back the other way. They're trying to pin him deep. They'll take this from the 3. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. They'll come up for 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
Right away, they'll set up to throw. That is brought in by Ibuka. And he's out of bounds up beyond the 40-yard line. 6 catches for him in the ball game now. And this one's good for a 1st down. Here's 1st down.
Cougar 19.
Blitz coming. He'll throw it. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete. Drake London was the intended receiver there. And it'll bring up 2nd down.
Go! Purple 80. Rattler, 18 Rattler. Ready.
They'll look to throw. Fires quickly. It is complete on the slant. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line.
First down.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
Back to the air one more time. Moving outside the pocket. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line. That's good for 27 and a 1st down. Final minute, 1 timeout remaining. And it's 1st and 10.
First down.
They'll look to throw yet again. Throw over the middle, caught by London. And he'll take this down to the 2-yard line, but they are in business. 1st and goal coming up.
And now we're at the point of the game, Mike, where someone has to step up and make a play. It's exactly what this quarterback and his receiver did. It gives them now a fresh set of downs and a chance to go down and make this game very interesting.
Here we go. 1st and goal.
Ready. 70 Lions. 70 Timberwolves. 60 Eagles. 60 Eagles.
They'll run here. And he's going to be stopped in the backfield. Taken down back at the 3.
70 Lions.
Brings up 2nd and goal. At the 3.
Back to throw. And this is a touchdown. They were not going to be denied. And they have taken the lead here in the final minute of play.
This game has certainly not been for the faint of heart, Mike. I mean, we've been riding the ups and downs the entire time. But what a job by this offense. Game on the line to find a way to score and take the lead with very little time remaining.
Now this, an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. An important extra point up and good, so the lead is 3 here in the late stages of the game. So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. That one's going to skip into the end zone for a touchdown.
At their own 20-yard line.
Ready?
This is 1st and 10. Play clock down to 0. That is not the way to start a drive. Awful time to get a penalty. Now 1st and 15.
Let's go now. Viking 18. Go.
Now a throw here. It's backwards. He might be looking to throw this inside the 30. And he's going to go all the way. Oh, that's some late magic. They've taken the lead here in the final minute of play. Extra point attempt to come here. He knocks it through. And the Jets have taken a 4-point advantage.
Jets 32, Vikings 28.
Just 1 second. All that remains in the football game as the kick is away. He'll start at the 2. And he is going to be taken down, and that is going to do it. So this one in the win column for the Jets. They move to 1-0.